Hi, my name is Anna, and this is my July knitting podcast. I have 2 finished objects to show, which is unlike me. I'm surprised that I have this much. One, the ends are not weaved in, and I don't know when I'm going to weave them in, but I don't really want to. The first one, and one that I actually knit in 10 days, is a raglan cardigan. It's with Lang Cloud yarn in the number 8, and it is so soft, so pretty, so dreamy, so drapey. I love it. I will try it on and I'll put like a little clip overlay. It is so incredibly soft. I did not do the best job with the button band, and I think I might have to redo it just because I've never done a button band before and I was just kind of guessing, but you can see like the holes aren't the neatest, and that for some reason the one side is slightly shorter than the other side, even though they should be the same. So I think I'm gonna take the buttons off. I've worn it a couple of times just around the house, and I only wear it with the top button done because it is like a little off the shoulder, so you need a button there. And I back and forth if I want to like do all of the buttons still, because I'd like to have the option if I choose to, but having worn it I only do the top one, so I don't know if I should be weird to just have the one button or not, but I love it. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. This is what the back looks like. It's just, this yarn is perfect, and I have like half a skein left. It took 2.5, so I'm gonna make a little scrunchie with it. It's all my yarn is tangled together right now, which is so cool. I've only done about like 4 rows, but I think like a matching scrunchie would look perfect. And then if I have enough, maybe a hat. I haven't decided what to do with my leftovers. But my second finished project is my rainbow Olga sweater. The ends are not weaved in for the second sleeve. I don't know when they will be done, but we can just pretend that it's done. I haven't done a collar for it either yet, and I don't know if I want one. I'll try this one on. I like how it fits where it's like slightly off the shoulder. Like it's bigger, so I don't know if like a collar would ruin that. You know, like it feels like loose. The sleeves need to be blocked for sure. Like I'm gonna aggressively do it, but I just need to weave the ends in before I do that. Also, I only did like 4 rows of ribbing on the bottom and it's rolling up, but I already did Italian bind off, so I think I'd have to like cut it to undo it. So again, hopefully when I block it, it would fix itself, but I did this as like a trying to knit in a week challenge, and then got to the second sleeve and needed to take a break. So I never finished it, and I finished it like last week, the day after I finished this one. So I had 2 rainbow striped sweaters done within a week. Well, this one's mostly done, but it counts, I think. That's finished object number 2. Now I'm gonna go through all my whips and start with the one that I have the most progress on and go backwards from there, and then the end to talk about future projects, so I'm really excited about. If you saw my last knitting podcast at all, I was working on my Dagmar zipper sweater. I'm using Drops Nepal. I said the color was berry. That's what's in my head. I don't think it is. I think it's something though. It's like a pink, but this was my first time using alpaca yarn, and it is so soft. It just glides on my needles. But I worked really, really hard on this. And when you saw it like last time, I think I just was working on the right shoulder yet, but the body is completely done, and I'm working on the sleeve. Oh, it's backwards, my bad. This is it. I did do a mid-project block with it just because I had spilled soda on this twice. I don't really spill, like I don't drink soda that often, but for some reason while working on this 2 separate times I spilled soda. One, like the Coke can like exploded, and the second one it was just like me being stupid. But so I had to give it a little block, like a little wash, just to get the stickiness out of it, and it grew a whole lot. This is also my first time like doing anything like dramatic cables, but I will want to talk about the zipper a little bit because I struggled with the zipper and I stalked everybody's knitting podcasts and stuff like that, so it's worked. The sweater is worked as a drop shoulder construction where you start with the back and then you do to the certain point and then you start with the shoulders, and you keep going with the shoulders like separate, and then once you get here you do like 6, I think it is, backwards stitches to add on. That's where you create the little pocket for it. And then once you get to the certain point, I think I was like out of a ball of yarn in the middle of it, middle of working on the body, and I decided to add to the neckband because I wanted to just, you know, wanted a break from cables. So it was like 7 inches that I knit up with the ribbing in the neckband, and then you fold it together. And she had a thing where you like put it on a spare cord. I didn't do that. I just sewed mine down. It's for me. If it looks a little messy on the inside, good thing I'm the only one that's gonna see it. But from there you have the neckband all up and you start working on the double knitting. The double knitting for me was really hard because I'd never done it before and I didn't understand what it meant, but after like almost crying and watching everyone's YouTube and watching everyone's Ravelry pages, that's what really helped. I figured it out. So you start on, I think it's the left side, and you pick up stitches all the way down and all the way back up, so it's like a little U, and then you have to take half of the stitches off and flip the needle so that both the points are hanging down, and then you get a double pointed needle for the bottom, and you work the bottom up just a little bit, and then you start adding in the left stitches and double knit them, and then you go back with the right. So then on the inside it looks like that. I'm going to start with a zipper. The zipper sewing is not that perfect. I did already do it once. I think this is the best that it's gonna get. Again, it's for me. If later on I decide I hate it, it's easy to do. But you start with the zipper like sandwiched in this little double knitting hole, and you start sewing from there, and then you sew all the way down both sides. But it wasn't as complicated as I was making it out to be. It just was confusing for someone, I'd say, who's new to knitting, but it's given me a lot of confidence. The one thing though, I didn't do a gauge swatch, and I also didn't really understand positive ease or anything like that. So when I was making it, I made a size medium, and I really think I could have gotten away with like a small or even an extra small. I modified the sleeves. This is the extra small size for the sleeves. This is how big the hole goes for the medium size sleeve. It's like an inch above my belly button, and I thought that it would look absolutely ridiculous to have sleeves that were this big. So I did modify it, and I like how it's fitting. It's even still a little bit big, and it will block and grow because it is alpaca blend, but I feel a lot better doing that than just doing the giant one. It's super soft. I think that this won't take that long to do. It's like it's a 7-row decrease that you do 12 times. And I think I'm at my 6th one. I'm not exactly sure. Done the trick that everyone does with the stitch markers. But I think that it'll be like one more diamond and then maybe a half of one. But I like it. It's super soft, ready for fall, so I can finally like wear this outside and not die. The whip that I'm the second furthest along with, I cast it on last week. It is with Hobby Friends Cotton 88. It is the Caro top. I forget the designer's name, but I'll put a picture of it and the thing on the screen. She used a dark red for her picture. I love dark red. I think it looks really good with my fair skin and my dark hair. So that is it. That's all I have so far. It's not that impressive. The yarn is really soft. It's never really knit with cotton before, so I like it. I think it'll be good. I didn't really make any summer knits this year, so it's like a transition piece where I think I'll probably finish it like September-ish. I don't know, maybe August, but wearing it into like September and October, it won't be bad, but I can also wear it in August if I finish it in time. My third whip is actually a test knit. It is the Hamptons sweater by Nat Dog, I think is her name. I'll double check. It is a bottom-up raglan. I've never done that before. I don't have much progress to show for it. It's due at the end of the month, so I do need to work on it a little bit harder. My yarn is tangled together. But I had done, it's like 200 some stitches on the bottom that you worked, and I had done it, and I had about 2.5 inches, and I was so happy. And then I realized that my thing was twisted, so I had to take it all apart and restart, and it made me want to bang my head against the wall, so I had to put it down for a couple days. I have a ball, or a cake of it. It is actually Karen Blossom Cakes. It's an acrylic cotton blend, but it is so soft. This is the color Azalea. It is so dreamy. I said in my last one that I was going to make this into a like a Henley tee, but then I got accepted as a test knitter for it. I had different yarn that I was going to try, but it didn't make gauge. This one did, so I was like, you know what, meant to be, I'll do it. I think it'll be super pretty anyway. It's a rolled hem sweater with a really pretty decrease that I've never done before. Never done a bottom up, so we'll see how I like it. It's intimidating to start with like 200 something stitches because I usually do raglans with a drop shoulder where you just start with a few, so it's taken me a while. I imagine the body will take the furthest part, so I'm gonna try and do like 2 inches every 2 days or something like that, like 1 inch a day to try and get the body done, and then I just have to do the sleeves and connect everything. I don't think it's as intimidating as it feels, but we'll see. I'll update that one through the process, but again, just look at how pretty this yarn is. It's like the perfect like sunset pink orange combo. I'm in love with it. This one we can count as a whip. I don't really think it counts. It's just the scrunchie that I talked about. I think if I like sat down and did it, it could take me like 35 minutes to 40 minutes, 35 to an hour, something like that, 45. But I just have other projects that I think are more timely to work on, so this has fallen to the back burner. But sometimes like late at night when I'm, you know, winding down, I don't want to work on a project that's big like a sweater. I just want to like do something that you can get the dopamine of finishing real quick. So this will probably be one of those where it's just an easy finish. I'd say the one that I'm furthest along with next is a crochet project. I got a whole bunch of hobby rainbow cotton yarn to make a granny square sweater, and I'm not that far along compared to my last one. I just finished all of the second color for all of the circles. So got brown and brown, red and blue, pink and yellow, blue and white, white and red with the hook still attached, pink and brown. It's just all in there. It's so soft. It's a fun one that I don't really have to think about too much because I've already like, it's just a granny square design that I've made. But I did say in the last one that I thought it would be perfect for like summer nights where it gets a little chilly. I don't see it being done by then, but maybe if something crazy happens it'll get done. But this one is kind of just on the back burner. I don't really like bringing knitting needles in the car because I'm afraid of getting into a car accident and getting stabbed by them, so I tend to bring crochet in the car more. So I brought this last week on a like little road trip. It wasn't even, just a little drive, but I don't know. If I'm sitting in the back seat I'm fine with knitting, but the front seat scares me. So this is like car project, but I have to be in the mood for it, if that makes any sense. And then my last whip is the Traveler's Cardigan by Ozetta. I had to take the needle out of it because I needed it for a different project. So it's hanging out here. This is with Knit Picks, Heatherly Worsted, in the colors Atmosphere and Sky. They are so soft. It's acrylic blend, but it's like incredible. Like I would have thought it would have been like cotton based on how soft it is and everything. But I was making the Olga sweater with these colors, but I felt like they needed more of a thinner stripe to really show, if that makes any sense. So this is how much I have. I will work on it more eventually, but I need to finish the test knit and a gift knit before I can do that. So these are all of the end of my whips, and now I'm going to talk about future projects, which is even more exciting than whips. I have 3 future projects to talk about today. One is a gift knit for my stepdad. He's turning 50 this year. It's a milestone birthday. So his birthday's at the end of September, and he requested a matching Dagmar zipper sweater, which will be a labor of love since it's an all-over cable sweater for a man. But I'm using Wool of the Andes by Knit Picks, and I don't know if they have the color on here. Silver is the color. I have 17 balls of this. I hope it will be enough. If not, he will get a half-done sweater, which is what he gets for most things. But it's soft. I think that I know, working on mine, some things that I like and some things that I don't like about the pattern. I honestly don't like joining it in the round. It was kind of hard for me to keep track of what rows were cable rows, what rows weren't, so mine's not perfect. And I think if I'm going to remake it, I might just knit it flat, because at least the purl rows, you knew they were a break. So when I do that, I'm going to cast this on honestly like today or tomorrow, so that way I have 2 months to work on it and it's not rushed, so I can like enjoy the process. I feel like it'll take me close to 60 hours, so that's just like an hour a day working on this, which is not bad, and I can manage like the test knit, I can manage all of my other projects with just an hour dedicated to this. The next one, I have worked on the Ophelia blouse. I was making it in green. I thought I was making it too big. I don't know, I put it down. I want to finish it, but I got some black cotton yarn to make another version of it. It's Friends Cotton 8x4 and just the black color. Really soft. She recommends, I think it's like silk for it, but I am balling on a budget. I do not have silk money, so I have cotton money. So we're gonna try cotton and see how it is. The one that I was making before was with merino wool from Hobby. I think it was Hobby Unicorn. And I just didn't know if that would be like perfect for summertime. Again, it's end of July now, so August will be hot and early September will be hot, but I feel like the Ophelia taut tank is just, you can wear it like I'm wearing a black tank top right now. You wear it all the time. It would be fine elsewhere. And then the last project that I want to make, I believe it's the Lotus blouse. It's a free pattern by Hobby where they just recommend like their hobby mohair. This is Diablo. I do not remember the color. I'll put it on the screen. And this is some hand-dyed yarn that I got from a local fiber festival that happened in May. And I did a little swatch. This is like the hank that's I haven't wound up yet. but the one that I have wound up, it honestly, the way it stripes, it looks like a ball of rubber bands, so it wasn't that that like visual, but the colors together look really good. And this is a lace weight, this is a fingering weight, so I think that like it would work out doubled up. But I have been so tempted to start this, but I think that my pile of whips next to me says that I can't start this yet. But it'll be a perfect like fall piece, I think, like a little long sleeve that's just, these colors are so perfect together. 2 balls of this. I was going to make socks with it, but it is 100% merino wool, and since then I feel like I've learned a whole bunch about knitting and a whole bunch about fibers, and I know that you're supposed to have some sort of polyamide in there for socks so they don't rip a hole in them. So it's has a lot of different colors in it. It's so pretty. I think it will be perfect. Thank you for watching. Comment what your favorite whip is, or what your favorite project, maybe finished project, or something that you're excited to see. But I love watching these type of videos. I'm very excited to make them. You should follow me on Instagram and TikTok because I do post way more often on there. But I love knitting, I love crocheting, and I'm so happy to have a space where I can share all of that. So thank you so much. I will post vlogs and stuff as well. I just need to edit the footage. I just keep procrastinating that.